Stone skimming is probably the most competitive sport in the world.
I'm dying to win 10 titles. Surely I've got enough time in my life to get another 2.
The pressure gets more and more every single year.
Every single day I've done 100 sit-ups and 100 push-ups.
Increasing my strength for stone skimming.
Support a young man who has potential to be the champion.
Being the paragon of stone skimming.
It usually takes me the whole summer ready for these days.
It is the home of the World Stone Skimming Championship.
It's the only skimming competition that has another side to it. It's the back wall. You know, that's what Easdale is.
That's why we go for 63 metres.
It's such an adequate place to hold the World Championships.
It's got to be the best stone skipping event ever in the history of the world.
Choose your weapon wisely.
Okay. My name is Gordon. I'm 39 years old and I have a brain tumour. I called my tumour Rick. Hello. After my diagnosis, I started writing and illustrating comics, as I found they were the best tool to convey my thoughts and reactions to cancer.
This man has had me laughing since the first second I met him.
See, that's Rick, that's the tumour, that's Rick.
I think the journey would have been much, much shorter had early on somebody given me a book like this.
How can you meet Gordon and not want to be part of his life or part of his journey?
Okay, Gordon, 12 seconds for the first scan, nice and still.
He had a pretty big seizure. Because you don't lose consciousness, what's happening?
I wondered at some point whether comic Gordon has got the tumour and it's not me. No. Him, not me.
When they analysed that part of the scan, so it was looking more consistent with active tumour.
The tumour is still growing, so they've stopped the chemo.
This is all we have, right? We only have this moment.
Confronting your mortality is never an easy thing to do. I shake my head, tell myself, get to fucking grips, Gordon.
Music's like a pattern, and time is this way, time is the length, and the patterning of where all the notes are, the rhythm and whatnot, is the pattern of the fabric. The goal right now is to see how far we can push it without it looking like an absolute mess. To me, there's not much difference between sitting playing on my own and playing in front of people. You can have a crowd of like 100,000 to 4. There's not any difference. There's a big wall between the stage and the people outside of it. I want to be out of the bubble. The bubble is a pain. The bubble is the curse. I can't pretend that I'm like normal. You got like a diagnosis that like you have a neurological difference. For some, it's exceptionally debilitating. Others can use it to work with their advantage and live quite a fulfilled existence. But you've got to put the effort in to do that. You've got to know.
It's impossible to say how I feel about the piano. Each have their own tone, their own characteristics, their own feel. To see all of that just going on the dump was just like, something has to be done about this. Why not build the whole building out of pianos?
Tim works really, really hard to not allow the project to deviate.
You've got to be speaking his language and on his wavelength.
There was this constant tension of me being like, no, this is how it has to be. Leon being like, this is how it has to be.
The way that we communicated was not very healthy.
We've had a long relationship with the engineers.
They could just turn up and say, oh, it's not safe. We were also just discovering that the acoustics in this space were amazing.
It was going to be a stretch, whether we could pull it off, of course.
Every part of that in there was a piano at some point.
Oh my God, this actually works.